What happened on the next day I am only too well aware of. I had deployed Rogue Star and my thruster fleet, anticipating the opportunity to obliterate half of Leader One's strength at Alpha Centuari. What actually occurred was a free-for-all, as the entire evenly matched forces of Leader One's entire space fleet came head-to-head with my own. Ships were destroyed left and right, and individual combats raged. I realized that the Master Renegade had set us up, but saw little choice but to press the engagement. It was a vicious, knockdown, drag-out fight. No quarter asked, none given. Meanwhile, back on Gobatron, the Robo Rebels did their best against Creepy, but the monster GoBots had them outgunned. Their Academy strength blasters bounced off his carapace, whereas a single direct hit from him might disable or destroy one of them. Bent Wing and Razor transformed to their aerial forms and strafed him, but he just shrugged off the blast. Creepy managed to get both his claws on Super Cooper and was ready to rip the comedian in half, when Tailpipe charged the beast and managed to knock him off balance. His limbs tangled up with the much larger monster GoBot. Tailpipe implored his comrades to flee while he kept the beast busy. Razor had to physically restrain Bent Wing and drag her away, but the Robo Rebels escaped to fight another day. The tide at Alpha Centauri was turning. I had thought that I would be engaging the Guardians at 2-to-1 odds, but we were at parity. Still, I had Rogue Star, and the Guardians had nothing of the sort, so I pressed what little advantage I had. The Guardians were falling back, and the battle looked to be mine, but then Leader One personally left his command center, rallying his individual troops, and leading a small squad against a lone thruster and destroying it. Other squads emulated his example, leaving a single operator on each command center, and joining the battle sans the protection of a warship. Though this exposed them to much personal danger, it also more than doubled their firepower. Back home, the Robo Rebels despaired at having lost Tailpipe, and worried that, whatever the Master Renegade was planning, it was already too late. They went back to the Guardian Academy to turn themselves in. The Academy was deserted, except for Major Mo. The Council had concerns about his loyalty, given the crime his students had apparently committed, and left him behind during the attack. He heard their reports and vowed that whatever it took, they would rescue Tailpipe and stop the Master Renegade. Back at Alpha Centauri, things were getting desperate for both sides. To counter the rallying effect of Leader One, I left Fightor in overall strategic command, and attempted to personally strike a knockout blow against my accursed nemesis. We fought long and hard, but in the end he managed to disable me with a lucky shot. The unconscious bodies of Guardians and Renegades were strewn about the starscape, higgledy-piggledy, with over 90% of both sides deactivated, and the few remaining warriors standing were Guardians. Then, at that most perfect moment, the Master Renegade struck, taking remote control of the remaining command centers with protocols he had blades installed. They remote fired on Leader One and his paltry remaining warriors, and then everyone on the battlefield was unconscious.